Hey guys, we're the ECB team, and today we're going to talk about Eurovision 2025 entries. Let's get started. So, this time it will be all about Australia. The country has internally selected their representative for Eurovision 2025. This is Gojo with the song Milkshake Man. So, let's see what flavor of milkshake do we prefer and whether it will make us dance or not. Starting with our lovely Naomi, please.
Oh, thank you. I really like that there is a lactose-free option. So that is very inclusive. So I must say that. Um when I first heard the song, I just thought, what the hell just happened? Genuinely. Um I just did not know what was going on. I honestly felt like I was in this weird trance. I was like in the video, I was like, wow, there's so much going on here. I think it actually is a very fun entry to begin with for that semi-final. So to be fair, in terms of like an opener, I think it's a really good one. It's funny, it's everyone can sing along. It's quite silly, comical. It kind of warms everybody up. It's a good icebreaker to start the second semi-final. People might still be thinking about reacting to processing the results of the first semi-final. So it's a good way to kind of break the ice and ease us back in to looking at the next set of songs. So I think as an opener, absolutely another brilliant choice. Um, However, I don't know why I'm making this however sort of thing my thing, but there we go. Um, but I just want to explore positives and where I feel there's some considerations that need to be made. I don't think it's a winner. I'm just going to be honest. If it was Eurovision opening contest, I think it would be up there with Iceland, but it's not. It's not about who opens. It's about winning essentially. Obviously, we can enjoy the contest, but obviously, it is still a competition. I don't think it's a winner. It's not something I would go out of my way to listen to. It's not really something for me, apart from just seeing it and enjoying the comedy. Has it made much of an impact on me? Not really personally, but I think it's a great opener, really comical. I can definitely see the funny side of it. So yeah, overall good feeling. Yeah, so good for feelings and thoughts for Australia.
All right, let's see what do we think about the friends from down under. Yeah, first of all, I'm happy to have Australia in the contest. Like this is like the that we got them the first time just 10 years ago. Who could believe, right?
Yes.
And now it's 2025. Yeah, very entertaining song, but still like persevere the level of music which I expect from a Eurovision entry. Like I can't see it as something cheap or something like which didn't put too much effort. Also, part of the writing team behind it is the Shepherd family who competed in the Australian national finals several years ago. So it's kind of a comeback for them. So yeah, musically, I see it as mostly synth pop, some electronic elements, even some avant-garde elements I would put in it. I think that Gojo is gonna use, and he already has done it in the video, mainly not only about vocals and message and the lyrics, but also about moving the body itself. Like he really expressed his feeling via the movements, which I really liked. And I believe we're gonna have something really similar in the Eurovision performance, which we have no clue about because it's Australia. They always keep their secrets, top secrets. Like you have no clue who's gonna represent them until I don't know the day of announcements. And same for staging. Right, because we didn't have really national final to get a reference for. So I'm really excited about that one. To be honest, about running order, I always guess it will be either opening this half or closing it because it's a very let's call it exclusive song, at least the text. I'm not sure whether the standards which the EBU played here with Malta shouldn't be applied for Australia as well because both of them have some sexuality hinting, also Finland. Um, but yeah, like here maybe it's less direct. I don't know. Although Milkshake, I mean, we all can guess the reference here. Um, yeah, to be honest, it's one of the songs which I like listening. It's not one of my top 10, I must admit. But if it comes to my playlist, I would skip it. Um, but I think it will be a song that will be hard to stage correctly. Because the video clip was had so much dynamics in it, a lot of movements, a lot of scenes. We've seen him within the van, under the van, I don't know, making the milkshake. So I'm just wondering how would it look like? I don't know, maybe kind of American Diner like we have on Island 19. I don't know. Um, but yeah, something has to be done. I even not sure whether to put him alone on stage or not will be a good idea. I'm really quite devised here. So yeah. But yeah, overall, and also what I liked is not like a standard effort. Like they didn't just send something which is radio friendly, which for English speaking countries sometimes it's the easiest pitfall to fall into because they have the tools, they have the equipment as they call it, to send something which will be radio friendly. They have the correct language, let's say the universal one. But no, they took a risk here, and I hope for them it will pay off. All right. Let's give a score for Australia. Naomi, please.
Yeah, I think Australia is incredibly funny. I think it's great. It's actually got a really deep meaning behind it as well. So I do appreciate that because when I was sort of reading into sort of Gojo and his background and his wanting to have a song about actually just about expression of who you are, the fact that you might not be like everybody else in terms of your personality, what you like. So there is actually a deep meaning behind it, and I really appreciate that as well. But it's just not a song for me. And I'm going to be honest, I'm doing these rankings on personal preference. So with that in mind, it's still a very great song from Australia. But for me, I'm probably going to give it a 6 out of 10.
Fair enough. Yeah, my score will be quite similar to yours this case. For me, it's a 6.5 for this lovely entry. Very engaging. But yeah, let's say it's not something that which I regularly stream when I pick the music, the songs which I want to stream over again, again, and again. Uh, but I do think it has a lot of hidden and unhidden potential in it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and it's a different direction from Australia. So that's why I appreciate it in general. I'm happy that they are with us for another year. Uh, celebrating diversity, sorry. Um, yeah, what is still something unknown for me is how will the jury will handle it. Because I can see the jury on one side love it, but also can see some of them canceling it. So like I don't know. For me, it's really an open question. Like how, in case it's qualified for the final, and soon we'll go to the prediction, but how will people relate to it? From what I saw, many people kind of okay and love the song, but they're not crazy after it. And I don't know if it's a
Mm.
good sign, at least from the guys which I met on the Eurovision fans communities. But yeah, it's for sure it's a risk, for good or for bad. All right, time for prediction. Do you think Australia will make it for the grand final?
It's a bit of a tricky one. It is Australia's 10-year anniversary. It'd be quite nice if they actually went through on their anniversary. So that might also play into Australia's favour. Um, I don't know. I feel it's a borderline. It's one where it's not quite obvious. I don't want to dish it because there is a fan base around it. But at the same time, I personally just don't think it's strong enough. I think if it gets through, I think it will get through very narrowly. That is just my opinion. So just based on how I feel, I'm gonna say yes, but by a very small margin. I think it is incredibly borderline because it's in a semi-final with other quote unquote joke entries, and semi two is quite harsh. So I mean, I think if it does get through, it will be very narrowly. So I'm gonna say a kind of hesitant yes. But I mean, I don't know in reality if I'm honest. It's in a very strong semi final with other joke entries, so the vote might split. So Australia, because of that, might not get a lot out of it. So a very narrow yes.
Yeah, it's an interesting question for me as well. I'm quite devised as well here. I tend to say it's mostly towards the yes option. But as you said, I don't think it will be like top five or top six of the semi. Like it will be, yeah, borderline qualifier probably, especially because we have some bombs in that semi. In general, I think semifinal two is much, much, much more competitive than
Mm,
semifinal one. Like in semifinal one, there are plenty of options how to decompose the 10 qualifiers. And here, to be honest, it's really hard. Like I have few countries which I'm almost sure won't make it. But besides it, it's an open game and an open bloodbath game. So really hard to guess here. I think it will be, to be honest, mainly on the staging. If staging will go too much, or on the other hand, will be too simple, then it might not even making it. But yeah, let's say relying on the things we know so far, I believe it will be a yes. Um, yeah, and also, yeah, good chance by opening the semi. Usually it's a good option. Not always
mm.
leading to qualifying, but at least to something more memorable. All right, so Australia, and by the way, we can also think about who votes in that semi, right? So
Yeah.
we have some countries who usually support them, right? We have the UK,
Hmm.
we have Ireland as well, we have Malta.
Yeah.
Those countries usually vote for Australia, as far as I remember, and we also have some of the Scandinavian there. We have Finland who sometimes put some points on them. Um, so yeah, yeah, maybe it's good for them. I think that they will do well regarding the, well, not neighboring countries because they have no neighbors in Eurovision, but friendly voting countries which are there. So yeah, I believe it can do well. All right. So let's wish good luck to Australia and Gojo with the song Milkshake Man. He will open semifinal 2 as song number one. Guys, tell us in the comments below, what do you think about the Australian entry this year? Which kind of milkshake is the one that you prefer? What is your preferred flavor? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel right here below. Give us a like. And you can find us on estb.com, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and basically everywhere. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.